Main Road is set for a glorious sunny Sunday afternoon. Live football here on ITV in the big match. It's Manchester City versus West Ham United in the fourth round of the FA Cup in what could be a glorious match. And it's worth pointing out here that West Ham United aren't a side that travel very well, but Manchester City look like they're a side travelling down to the second division. Good afternoon here, welcome to the Big Match Live FA Cup football for you today, sponsored by Littlewoods, and it's a real classic we could see with us today. But don't worry, we're not alone today. Trevor Venables will be here to watch the game with us and give us all those opinions, but first and foremost it's time for us to head over to the players in the tunnel ahead of this classic encounter. A side which is struggling in the first division, and let's be honest, shouldn't. It's a Premiership side that hasn't had the best away record at all this season. Could be a real intriguing one. Trevor Moore, it's over to you.
Thanks a lot, Trevor. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Main Round Manchester for a terrific FA Cup fourth round tie, which I'm sure you're going to enjoy with us this afternoon. Manchester City against West Ham United. Frank Clark, who's struggling at the moment with his Manchester City side, right towards the front of the first division, against the Hammers, who are doing well in mid-table and could cause a shock or surprise, who have been causing shocks and surprise this season under the guidance of Harry Redknapp. Well, our first job is to take a check at the two teams, starting with Manchester City, whose side on paper looks a really good side when you've got Dickoff and Rizzo up front, and then a four-ball with Eddie McGoldrick, Ian Bishop, Nigel Clough and Joseph Kinkladze up front. It really shows how disappointing they've been this season. Starts Manchester City, West Ham with John Hartson and Paul Kitson up front. No place for Frank Lampard, he's on the bench. So it's John Moncur and former City player Steve Lomas who will add steel to that midfield, and Ian Pearson and Rio Ferdinand, a mixture of youth and experience at centre back. We're all set to go here at Main Round for this FA Cup fourth round tie. Stay with us live on ITV. It's coming up next. Welcome back to Main Road. The referee incidentally is Uriah Rennie from Sheffield. He hasn't had to travel too far this afternoon. Just across the penalties, a stick-off goes forward for City in the sky blue. Challenged brilliantly there by Rio Ferdinand, and Kinkladze, Robert Hiruza gets the shot in and charged away. But a terrific atmosphere, lovely sunny afternoon, but bitterly cold. Don't be deceived by the nice weather. It is bitterly cold up here, as I can testify, up in the gantry this afternoon. This is Nigel Clough, Ian Bishop. Into free kick of former City man Steve Lomas. I'd love to put one of his own in place. Runs out right at the start, and McCosco having to turn it behind for the corner to Manchester City. Terrific play this. Broke the offside trap. Good play from Rosa. A very good save by the Czech Republic goalkeeper Ludek McCosco. And behind for the first quarter of the game to Manchester City. And goes the corner towards the near post. Nicky Summerby, whose father Mike had won the FA Cup as a player for Manchester City way back in 1969. Kinkladze with a shot, charged away. Now Dix. No Hartson. 4 minutes gone, no goals here in this FA Cup. West Ham's third cup tie of the season. They had to beat Little Yorkshire Battle Assembly to get this far. After a replay, they were almost a few minutes away from going out as well. They came close to going out in the first game in Yorkshire, but they won the replay at Upton Park all right. And this has given them a lucrative televised tie here at Main Road this afternoon. A free kick against, I think it was certainly it might have been Ian Pearce actually who challenged him. Any responsibility on John Moncur as well. Might have had a piece of it as well, but Ian Pearce, a lot of responsibility. So he's got young Rio Ferdinand alongside him, cousin of course of Les. And so Rio, the latest Ferdinand family member, it's almost turned into the Allen family as well, with Les, Father Les and Clive Allen of course. There's Martin Margetson, who's keeping the other goalkeeper at the club, Tommy Wright, out, the Northern Irishman. I can't preferring him. And very much the understudy to City goalkeepers down the years, Tony Coburn, amongst others. Now Sinclair, bringing it over the top. Berkovic is onside here. Big opportunity now for City against the West Ham rather against the crossbar. And now Trevor Sinclair on the rebound, away from Summerby, and a good save from Margetson. And it was Al Berkovic here smashing it against the crossbar with Margetson completely stranded. Then it came back to Sinclair here. He got the shot away, and Margetson, with a combination of legs and hand, got it out for a corner. Al Berkovic to take it, short to Sinclair. Berkovic again. Dix. Potts. We have a shot here, Steve Potts. No, John Moncur. Steve Lomas, the former City man. 10 minutes gone here at Main Road. No. Still goalless. Julian Dix. Now Trevor Sinclair. West Ham starting to get a good level of steam now. Ball played in there. And the whistle's gone for a foul, I think, there by John Hartson. Looking daggers at Mr. Rennie, the referee. Let's see if that's a foul on... well, it was a foul there, possibly on Kit Simons there, so a free kick. And I don't think there was any much in it, to be honest with you, between him or Kit Simons for that matter, but it is what it is. Here's Big Alan Kernigan, number 5, former Middlesbrough man. This is Simons, looking it forward. Steve Lomas winning the next one. John McKerr now getting it forward, and Sidney Hoyce went into the area, or towards the area, but Dix is there on the scene for West Ham. And Harry Redknapp is let's just see for a moment. Here's Roger breaking away for City. Good charge by Ferdinand. Comes away with the ball. But I'll just talk about Harry Redknapp in a second when we get a break in play, because it's worth noting that there's a foul there, free kick. Just going to say that Harry Redknapp's built a decent little side here at West Ham. Youth and bringing precautionary players through like Rio Ferdinand and Frank Lampard Jr., but also molding them with players of Ian Pearce and John Hartson, real class professionals which can give them good apprenticeships. As Green Clancy with a free kick, charged down. And did he come to play once more? Eddie McGoldrick, former Palace man, and Arsenal of course. This is forward with the cross coming in, away by Rio Ferdinand. Good. This will be a good experience for the 18-year-old. Coming through the ranks alongside Frank Lampard Jr. Frank Lampard Sr. in fact is the assistant manager of West Ham. He's on the bench today with his son this afternoon. This is Trevor Sinclair. Vastly experienced West Ham side, but don't call Harry Redknapp a wheeler dealer. I hope Trevor Newbon is taking note down on that touchline. Do not call him a wheeler dealer, otherwise he'll go at you like a vulture. He doesn't like being called that. He's a very good manager. As Hartson goes in, a great save by Margetson, and Simons got it away. But I tell you what, that was a very, very hairy moment for Manchester City, and a lot of their fans here inside Main Road were holding their breath for a moment or two there. As Berkovic comes striding forward again, and Hartson comes forward once more. Simons then, oh my goodness, and him and Dwan got into a terrible bit of tangle there, and in the end Simons got it out, but he's coming back at them again, and it's Steve Lomas for West Ham. 20 minutes gone, still goalless. How it's goalless I don't quite know, but a terrific cut tie being played nevertheless. And here's Dickoff now. Taruzla. Ian Bishop. Good ball to Josie Kinkasi, the Georgian international. Nicky Summerby. Good play. Bishop. Summerby again. Back to Bishop. It's a good ball by Ian Bishop, but Rio Ferdinand read the situation. And in actual fact, Uwe Ruzla was well offside. Well, I say well offside, he was about a yard off. Rio Ferdinand just did enough there. And even if he had played Ruzla offside, I think Rio Ferdinand would have got back and defended that situation okay. As regards Rio Ferdinand, he's been talked about possibly Grant Hoddle talking about using him maybe in some of the warm-up games with the World Cup in mind, maybe for experience and all that that comes with it. We'll soon see. Here's Trevor Sinclair, who actually scored goal of the last season's FA Cup competition. That remarkable goal he got for QPR in one of the earlier rounds last season. That over a kick. Goal that got goal of the season. And it's a terrific goal, one of the goals of the season, that's for sure. Steve Potts now, 25 gone here at Main Road. I have an exclusive here on the big match. Manchester City 0, West Ham 0. John Moncur in possession for West Ham. Now John Hartson, Moncur again. Who can hit them? John Moncur, good effort against the defender, which was Carnegan. And now here's Dickoff now trying to break for Manchester City. Kinkladze with a first time ball now. Can Rosa get on the end of this? He's faced by Pearce. And Pearce travelling down a blind alley here. And in the end, Pearce won it. But then somehow Rosa's got hold of it again. He tried the shot. No, good challenge there. And Sinclair into it a second time. Now Kitson, surrounded by 5 City defenders. Surely now City will get players back, and Nigel Clough rubbed him terrifically well. One number 8 on a number 9 there. Terrific play. Both sides starved of real footballing success. Manchester City's last trophy, you can go back to 1976 and Dennis Stewart's over a kick in the League Cup final, which won Tony Black's side the victory that day against Newcastle 2-1. As the ball is swept in, West Ham, their last major football success was when they were a second division side under the managership of John Lyle, and they won the FA Cup for a Trevor Brooking header way back in 1980. And I'll tell you what, West Ham, under their current manager Harry Redknapp, a former West Hammer himself, so he knows how to play the West Ham way, and they're certainly playing it now, and Hartson sees the latest effort denied. Vaughan volleys it away, but only as far as Steve Potts. Berkovic. That's a good ball by Berkovic. Hartson again, Lurkin again, and John Moncur now. Trevor Sinclair just needs a goal now as we go towards the final 11 minutes plus any additional time that Mr. Rennie, the referee, might just want to hang on there at the end of this amazing first half here at Main Road. Bitterly cold Main Road, that is for sure. As they come again. Oh, and the header just almost off the line. Will be a corner. And in comes the corner, and it's knocked away, and it was another opportunity there for West Ham. It was Julian Dix getting up there. Wide of the goal, and behind for a goal kick. So to the vast relief of the blue half of Manchester. As we go into the final 7 minutes of the first half. Julian Dix. It's a lovely ball by the man from Bristol. Everyone thinks he's a Cockney because he spent so much time at West Ham. 2 spells, now into his second spell. As the ball's laid in, Kitson's was there, but again, Carnegan getting there for Manchester City, and they've won a free kick, in fact, the home side. But a lot of people think Julian Dix is a Cockney, but he's not. He's actually from Bristol, born in Bristol in actual fact, as we see that foul there by Lomas. I didn't even think it was a foul on McGoldrick, actually, to be bluntly honest. The referee, Uriah Rennie, saw it completely different to that. And in fact, a free kick has now been awarded to Manchester City. Still 0-0. So we go into the final 5 minutes. This additional time will be on for stoppages at the end of a really good first half. Dix, Lomas, Kitson, Begovic is there. He'll get there before Vaughan will. Lomas, the former City player. Now Steve Potts. Waiting in the middle, and a corner kick now as we go into the final 4 minutes of the first half. John Moncur, who was a good set piece specialist, former Swindon player of course. Short to Julian Dix, gets the cross in there towards Hartson. Margetson would have fisted away, and it did enough. Martin Margetson punching that one away, fisted it away. Ferdinand getting it in there. Now then, can Trevor Sinclair catch up with this one? Oh, just unfortunate there. Just ran out of pitch there. To say it's a vast arena, one of the great arenas of English football. It is a tight pitch here at Main Road. And the pitch, in fact, looks in excellent condition. I looked at it about an hour and a half before the kick-off this afternoon, and the pitch looks in excellent condition. They put some plastic sheets on it the night before. It was quite a cold evening in Manchester last night. Bit of frost in the air. We all woke up in the hotel lobby in central Manchester this morning. But the conditions are good as Kitchen gets the shot in, and a corner kick as we go into stoppage time at the end of the first period. And the West Ham now looking for this breakthrough. Can they get it? That's a shot that deflected off Kit Simons for a corner. Will McClare go long or short this time? Let's see. We're now into injury and stoppage time as that ball comes in again, and a header won by Potts. Good save, and in goes Lomas, and West Ham going to the lead. It is the former Manchester City man Steve Lomas who celebrates in front of the fans who used to cheer him. No remorse from Steve Lomas against his old side. How much they regretting him being let go. Steve Potts got up there, got the first header in. It was a brilliant save by Martin Margetson. But as you see from this angle, watch the header here from Steve Potts. It's a great header from him. And then Lomas on the rebound with Margetson completely stranded has put West Ham into the lead. Right on the stroke of half time here at Main Road. And a terrific blow, and they say it's always a good time to score right on half time. Will it be a good moment for Dickoff? No, Ferdinand's back there. But my word, as the whistle goes from Mr. Rennie, the referee, that is a dramatic end. Right on the stroke of half time, the goal happened. It was a John Moncur corner. It was put in. Potts got the header in. Margetson saved, but Lomas came in, scored against his own side. Up until then, West Ham had hit the bar, and City had worked McCosco at the start. But at half-time in this FA Cup 4th round tie, Manchester City 0, West Ham 1. We'll be back right after this break. Welcome back to Main Road, Manchester, with me, Trevor Moore. West Ham winning by Steve Lomas goal to 0. No changes incidentally from either side. West Ham in coloured and blue, attacking the goal to our right. This is Kitchen losing out, and now an opportunity now for Paul Dickoff. Manchester City now sky blue shirt, and a chance there possibly for Rotter. And out comes McCosco, who did terrifically well. Now Frank Clark's side, no, they've got to really perform. He said to me this before the start today, he said we need to perform in front of the nation. This game being televised here on ITV in front of millions and millions of viewers this afternoon. We want to put a good show on. They certainly tried, but West Ham have tried even harder, and they've had all the chances as McCurk gets the shot in, and a good save from Margetson, who actually, despite the concession right at the end, has played remarkably well, and you could argue doesn't deserve to have even one put past him, because he has played terrifically out of his skin. He has had his bar hit as well. City really haven't, apart from right at the start, they haven't really offered much, and that's a testament to how West Ham have gone about their business professionally. But at times both sides have contributed to what's been a fluent passing game, passing style, which has made for a nice flowing cup tie and plenty of good action. Lomas knocking the ball in. and that's going to be a corner to West Ham. Just a quick reminder, if it's level after 90 minutes today, if West Ham and Manchester City were to draw, then there would be no extra time, no penalties, but a replay at Upton Park in 10 days' time if it was to end level. Yes, John Moncur now, trying to make space for the shot, which he does. Hit his own man, I think, in Steve Lomas. And now the break for Uwe Rosler. Stopped brilliantly by Lomas, who's having a fine game in the midfield area for West Ham. And now Kitchen with a chance to make it 2-0. Oh, just wide of the post. Narrowly wide, in fact. It all started with Lomas one possession. Played it into Kitchen, he played it into Hartson. Then back to Kitchen. Margetson's grasping at thin air at that point. And in the end, wide to go, but not a lot to spare. 10 minutes almost gone in the second half. Live and exclusive here on ITV for Sunday afternoon. The FA Cup draw coming later on. And then, of course, 2 more games to be played to end the 4th round weekend. Later on at 4 o'clock, it's Stevenage against Newcastle in the game that the press have been really building up down at Broadwell Way. And then tomorrow night at Hillsborough, it's Sheffield Wednesday and Trevor Atkinson in action against Blackburn Rovers to complete the picture in the 4th round. Of course, there's replays to come between Barnsley and Tottenham. That's certainly one tie that we'll be looking out for. There's a replay. So they got to a replay after a 1-1 draw yesterday at White Hart Lane. Coventry through. Arsenal going through as well. So decent sides going through. Manchester United went through too. So some big sides going through. Can Manchester City follow their city neighbours and win maybe today? We'll soon find out. Bomas, Berkovic. They've really filled out the place here despite City struggles. All the tickets for this one went on sale and they snapped up within 2 hours of going on sale. Francis Lee was telling me, but there's a lot of animosity between him and the supporters because Francis Lee hasn't run the club too well since taking over the chairmanship from Peter Swales some 4 years ago. And Francis has also admitted to me that it's been a low ebb for him as a person, and he's looking to maybe sell up, but a relegation to League to the second division would not bode well for City going forward. They're too big a club to be even down at the bottom of the first division. They've been considered a harsh free kick against Ian Bishop, and now Steve Lomas, who's already got 1 goal to his name, could get another one, deflected away, and it will be a corner. We've played an hour, and West Ham looking to get that killer second goal, which would really take the time maybe away from Manchester City. We'll see. Berkovic takes the corners from the far side this time, as opposed to the first half when Moncur was taking them, as the ball comes in towards Moncur, in fact. And now we get a nice little break here for Uwe Rosler, and City have got men forward, and it's 3 against 1 for a moment or two. It's 3 against 3 now. As Steve Potts was there, he got back lightning quick and got it away. And here's Hartson. Fouled there, free kick. And an opportunity now for West Ham now to strike while the iron is up and get that second one in. And really put the game beyond Manchester City's reach. Dix laying it in, and the ball knocked away, and Sinclair with a shot. Oh, a terrific goal! Well, he scored one of the goals of the FA Cup of all time last season with that overhead kick. Well, today's goal may not have topped that in terms of technique, but in terms of importance, it's a vital second one for West Ham. They go 2-0 to the lead. A little bit of luck maybe came off Bishop's heel, and it fell so violently for Trevor Sinclair to make it 2-0. And Harry Redknapp's team are on their way into the hat for the 5th round draw later this afternoon. 2-0, terrific goal, and that, with 64 minutes gone, may well settle the issue, but there's still a long way to go yet As Paul Dickoff is on the chase. City looking to get one back straight away from the restart, but not this occasion. Clough trying to win it there. Marshall Cup doing well. Now then, chance for Rosa against the post, and it's just not Manchester City's day, as it was when we covered Everton against Newcastle in the last round, when Everton had an opportunity when they hit the crossbar and they ended up losing that tie 4-0. Let's just hope it's not going to go the same way for Manchester City. But Ube Rosa, right at the start, right from the restart, had a great opportunity to pull it back and just couldn't finish. It remains 2-0. And in goes the free kick now. And Rosa now. Bishop. To Eddie McGoldrick. Flicked on towards Nigel Clough. McGoldrick, Dickoff. Kincladzy. Now can he perform a little bit of Georgian magic perhaps? They've been lucky to him there. The ball played in. It was not a good ball in, and it was easy for Moncur to mop up. But it's Ian Bishop now, the ex-West Ham player. Good ball to Nicky Summerby. As I said, his father played in the '69 Cup final and won. Still Nicky Summerby. His father, of course, being Mike Summerby, of course. To our younger viewers. Ball to Clough. To McGoldrick. Back to Clough again. Can he work a little bit of magic, Nigel Clough? Former Nottingham Forest and former Liverpool man. This side with so much vast experience, City. Clough got the through ball wrong and a goal kick for West Ham with 20 minutes to go. Well, if you're a Manchester City fan, it's tough to bear. They're giving it a good go, but their priority really is to stay in the nationwide first division, and at the moment they're not looking like doing so. This is Kincladzy now, big opportunity. Diallo died on him, and the Costco and the near post wasn't going to be beaten from there, but better from Manchester City. They've created one or two good chances since the West Ham second goal. West Ham have just sat back a little bit and allowed this City pressure, which won't please Harry Redknapp too much. I suppose when if he keeps his team, does keep a clean sheet, if they do, then he'll say it's worth it. And the header came in. It was Dickoff who got the header in, the former Arsenal youngster. And to the best belief of everyone in the stadium, of a West Ham persuasion, it's a goal kick. It's been a tough chasing afternoon in the sunshine, but as I say, there's still plenty of time for heroes to be made if they can get one or two good opportunities maybe in the next 18 minutes, whatever Uriah of Sheffield adds on for stoppages, then I don't think West Ham have done more than enough to get themselves into the neck for the next round. I have to say, Harry Redknapp, they call him a wheeler dealer. I think that's rather unfair on Harry Redknapp as a man and as a man manager, because he's one of the best man managers in the business, and possibly Alex Ferguson as well. It went out for a goal kick incidentally, but Manchester City, at least they've got money for a period on television. Our cameras being at Main Road today will have bankrolled a few quid maybe for Frank Clark, maybe to do a little bit of business maybe before the deadline shuts on before March the 31st, of course. That's when the deadline for transfers for the season comes around. Berkovic, Potts, Vermas. He's had a good return to Main Road this afternoon, I have to say. Vermas again. It's a foul, free kick to West Ham with 13 minutes now left to play here in this Littlewoods Pools FA Cup 4th round tie. There's certainly not been Nigel or his father Brian's competition. They've never won the FA Cup. The closest he came, and Brian, of course, his father was 91. I know that will remember for Gascoigne's antics more than anything else. Kitson to Dix. Can West Ham finish with a flourish now with 12 minutes to go? A fair one. Will wrap the game up rather nicely for them. But City have given it their best shot, but they've just come up against the West Ham side that are so organised and so well managed by Harry Redknapp. It's been absolutely amazing. And just to make another point, we've had nearly 80 minutes of play here this afternoon in this live match. We've not had one substitution yet, which is testament to the fitness of both sets of players and the way that both teams have gone about their business. It's been a great watch, a great advert for the FA Cup, even though there's not going to be a shock here today in terms of good football for the neutral. We've seen it plenty of times from both sides today. Enough football to suggest that City can get out of the predicament they're in at the bottom of the nationwide first division, and of course West Ham to continue their decent run in the Premiership, and now have possibly, if they can hold on to this 2-goal cushion, and they've got plenty of, obviously time now is having away for City. If they do go through, they've got a good FA Cup 5th round tie, and they'll be hoping for a home draw at Upton Park to get them through there, as they come in for another one through John Hartson, but it's a well-hit shot and Markinson was behind it. I'll tell you what, that would have, if that had gone past Markinson, well, that would have rounded off a great performance from West Ham in real style. But they've been good value for their 2-0 lead. I don't think there's any doubt about that. City have huffed and puffed, they've hit a post, forced Mikowsko in a couple of saves, but apart from that, and despite some pretty football played by them too, West Ham's nous and experience and quality has shown through in the end. And here's McGoldrick. City maybe finishing the final 4 minutes with a real flourish. Ball played in, and Ruzza can get on the end of it. Nicky Summerby might now for City. They're going to keep going until the bitter end. There's no doubt about that. They might be coming out the tip, but they might be going out fighting a little bit now as McGoldrick tries the shot, and in the end deflects away, I think, for a goal, for a corner possibly. Let's have a look at it again on the replay. Goldrick now, did it get a deflection? I think he did. The referee didn't agree as Kashimeli comes on for Dickoff. There were Georgian on for Manchester City. Not it's not going to make much difference, and now Frank Clark really up against it. More boos for Francis Lee. He's not happy as chairman. He came in, he was voted in by the fans. We took to him at first, and it's been a really chasing experience for Francis Lee. I don't think he realised how volatile the chairmanship was going to be for him. We've tested every facet of his life, that is for sure. And there's talk of David Bernstein maybe coming in and taking over the chairmanship. A good safe pair of hands from Manchester City, whatever division they may end up in next season, whether it's the first or the second division. Let's hope they don't get relegated from the first to the second. That would be a travesty for a club of City's big size. Now then, can they finish with a flourish and at least make a contribution to today's cup tie? No, not this time. Mikowsko with a clearance away. But let's give credit to West Ham. They've been much the better side. Their quality has really shone through, and they're fully deserving of this 2-0 victory as Uriah Rennie of Sheffield brings the game to a close. Steve Lomas got the first one, which proved to be decisive right on the stroke of half time to make it 1-0 right on the stroke of half time, and then after 64 minutes the killer second goal from Trevor Sinclair, a brilliant left foot rasper which gave Margetson no chance. Then Rosa hit a post, but that's as good as it got for Manchester City. They're now left to concentrate on trying to stay in the nationwide first division. West Ham doing okay in the Premiership, away from danger, and now into the hat for the 5th round of the FA Cup. With us today at Main Road by 2-0. We'll be back with analysis right after this break.
Well, full time, it was 2-0 to West Ham, and an excellent second goal scored by Trevor Sinclair. Welcome here to the Big Match Live. Trevor, you were watching the second half. Love to get your opinion on that. In terms of the goal, justified result, would you say, for West Ham? I'd say so. I think in the end West Ham looked quite comfortable. I think at 2-0 down, Man City started to throw a bit more at them, but it was a bit too much, too little, too late. And I think overall, in terms of the game, West Ham looked really comfortable, particularly that final 25 minutes. They were happy to defend deep. I don't think, in terms of the goal, McCloskey had to do too much, and they looked quite comfortable, personally thinking. And I think City, though, they've got to take a lot from this. They've got to take a lot of pride. They've got to take a lot of heart that they were able to give a Premiership side a really, really good game. They've got to take that to these remaining First Division games, because if they don't, they're in serious trouble. Well, let's double check and show you through both the goals again if you have missed them. First and foremost at the moment, let's have a look at this goal. The first goal arrived. It was right on the stroke of half-time. Steve Lomas got the goal. Yeah, it's a good corner, this, and corners like this can cause all sorts of confusion and problems inside the area. That's the key to him. You put him right in the danger, and Stevie Lomas, you just toe pokes and gets the ball to it. Former Manchester City player, of course. Well, as it so often is, isn't it? But yeah, he just gets his toes to it, and that's enough to finish it off. And the second goal was a quite brilliant one, wasn't it, Trevor? Scored by Sinclair. Yeah, what I love about this, when the ball just waits to him, if you have a look here in this opportunity, all he does is think, well, I'll have a go. And I think actually on reflection, you look at Man City's goalkeeper, I think he feels he probably should have done a bit better. But I think the way Sinclair hits that, he's really rifled it, and it's loaded right into the roof of the net. Well, for a side that went through a bit of disappointment last season, this season it's Mission Monaco. That's right, Manchester United in the UEFA Champions League. Watch out for that. Monaco will be their opponents. You can see that game live and exclusive with us in that UEFA Champions League quarter-final. Well, there we go. Results for West Ham United. They will be in the draw for the 5th round of the FA Cup. And so will we. From all of us here on ITV, thank you very much for watching. And we'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching here this match on Trevor Sports. If you've liked it, please don't be afraid to like, share and subscribe to the channel. And if you do fancy it, head on over to the Ko-fi. The link is in the description. Buy me a coffee for all the hard work. Other than that, make sure you enjoy more games coming up.